Mr. Tapley here to walk you through the next lesson of Year 9 Humanities in Week 5 of Term 2. This lesson was initially scheduled to be the start of your cat. That's why I said in my last video, previous lesson plan, I said each of your lessons in Week 5 would be dedicated to the cat. However, a couple of issues, a couple of factors have occurred that's preventing that. The first one being a lot of people have asked for extensions on their dev task, which is totally fine because I offered them extensions, and I'm glad they felt comfortable enough to ask for an extension. You know, if you're struggling with the workload, or there's just a part of the essay or part of the dev that you don't understand, you know, I don't want you to sit there suffering in silence. I want you to actually, tell me. So thank you for those people. The issue is though that the dev was due the day of the cat starting, basically, so there's not enough time for me to go through all the essays and get through feedback for all those essays, or essay plans I should say. So apologies there. The other issue is not everyone has completed the dev. There are people who have asked for extensions, that's fine, but there are a number of people in both my classes who have not finished the dev. They've either not finished the research grid or the essay plan, the outline that was handwritten, or some people haven't finished both of them. So I don't want to start the cat before I actually have everyone's dev task in. So hopefully by giving you all an extra lesson to finish off those devs, if you want to go back and double check that you have sent it to the right place, that'd be useful, because otherwise you'll be getting a notification from Mr. Tapley saying, what's up, are you having trouble with the dev, please let me know. So yeah, the other reason why I haven't started the cat in today's lesson is I want to give you guys an opportunity to see what a finished product looks like, what a finished Year 9 Humanities, Year 9 History, World War I essay looks like. So what we'll be doing in today's lesson is working through what you are doing this lesson is working through a practice essay. So this is a student sample of work from previous years. I won't say what year and I won't say what student. I've made sure that I took their name off. But this lesson you'll be presented for student sample from previous years. Evaluating this example of a World War I essay should offer some insight into the features of a strong essay and how to improve your historical writing skills. So for many of you this may be your first time writing a historical essay or an essay in humanities. So hopefully this will provide some evidence, some practice, some guidance on how to write a historical essay. Probably a few students who are a bit stressed, a bit struggling with different parts of this essay assessment. So hopefully this will help those students. There might be students who think, I've got this under control, and then they read through this and they're like, oh my god, I didn't realize the introduction needed to do this. So hopefully I can help those people as well. So you may also use this lesson as an opportunity to engage in group learning, completing the activity with your classmates, sharing different perspectives, offering up your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas. Basically what you're doing in this lesson is assessing. You are the teacher, sucks to be you. You're assessing the student sample, the student essay. So what you could do is, this is just a suggestion, I'm not going to force you guys to work in groups. Some people prefer to work individually, but it would be a good opportunity to get in touch with your mates and say, what are you doing for your essay, or what do you think of this sample essay? So I recommend you go through the essay, read through it, complete these little questions that I've got down below, which I'll go through in a minute, and then share that information with your classmates. Get on social media, Discord, Zoom, whatever you're using, to have a chat with them and say, what did you grade this essay as? Like, you gave it a very good, oh that's weird, I gave it a satisfactory, something like that. Because sharing your perspective with other people, I think usually, the reason I have lots of group learning activities in class, not too much this term obviously, but it's good to get other thoughts and other ideas, because often you find they have different ideas, and when you combine two different ideas, usually you come together and you can improve both of your ideas, both of your thoughts. So what are we actually doing in this lesson? So this file here is in Google Classroom for both of my classes. So 9B1, if you go down to resources, or 93, not playing favorites, you'll see in resources is a practice essay, student example. And if you click on that, ignore the whole assigned thing. The only way I could upload a file for each of y'all was to make it an assignment. It's not an assignment, don't stress, don't freak out. You don't have to hand it in, it's not graded. But once you open that up, you'll come to this file here, which I already had open, so I don't know why I did that. And you'll see I've got three little questions that I want you all to consider while you're reading through this essay and after you've read through the essay. The essay, of course, is below. So student essay example, what was the most significant cause of World War I? And you can see they've got their introduction there, they've got their body and their conclusion. So what you need to do is, one, read through it, duh. While you're reading it though, try and reflect and compare your essay outline and draft with this student's example. So look at similarities, look at differences, just something to keep in mind, you know, while you're reading through someone else's work. Like, think back to your essay plan and your research grid. You know, are they including similar evidence? Are they including only primary evidence? Oh, that means I haven't got enough, blah blah blah. Something to consider. Anyway, so read through the essay is step one, and then identify a few similarities or differences there. Question 2. Identify 3 strengths and 3 areas for improvement within the essay. Consider the essay structure. So, you know, are they using teal in their body paragraphs? Do they have a clear introduction, conclusion? Their knowledge of key events, have they referred to it as World War II? That would probably not really demonstrate good knowledge of events. And do they have supporting evidence? You know, have they got research to back up what they're saying? And the language and grammar, you know, it's a forgotten part, but it's an important part of writing an essay. So strengths, areas for improvements, just jot them down there. And then finally, complete a final grade of the assessment, and then justify your decision. So using the Glen Waverley Secondary College grading scale, so outstanding, very good, satisfactory. What is your final grade of this essay? If you're the teacher, you are being asked to grade this essay just as it was, you know, your own essay, the essay we're completing currently, and then explain why you've given it a excellent or why you've given it a competent, you know. And the idea is, well, hopefully this will give you a few ideas of what to include in your essay, but also hopefully you can identify a few things not to include in your essay. And yeah, so student essays below. So really what you're doing this lesson, guys, is reading through it. You can already see a few, nicely we completed this activity in class, look at printed out ones, so you can already see completing it digitally is going to offer you some advantages because you can see a grammar and spelling error there. So read through the essay, identify some strengths and some areas for improvement, give it a final grade, explain it, think about it, and RE the cat. So in your next lesson, so 9G3, it's going to be Wednesday, period 5, 9B1, it should be tomorrow, it should be on Wednesday, but you've got the careers testing. So tomorrow, both 9B1 and 9G3, your dev feedback will be uploaded to Compass, so it'll be available on Compass, along with the results for your grades. And tomorrow in your Compass lesson plan for 9G3, and then 9B1, I'll just email it to you. I'll upload a instructional video, you know, video lecture, such as this, just offering you some further clarifications for the cat. And yeah, if you have any questions about the cat, about this activity, about the dev, please let me know. That's all I want to say, guys. Cheers.